I am just going to jump straight into it. I've already done my eyebrows and concealed my eyelids and set it down with some Rimmel Stay Matte powder. For my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and the first shade I'm taking is Golden Ochre, and that's just going to be our transition shade. And I'm just building that up into my crease, or just above my crease because I have hooded eyes. But if you have a crease, put it in your crease. I'm then taking the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm just going to work that also into my crease just to build up the transition. Yeah. Yeah. Just make sure to keep blending and building up that colour until you are happy with how it looks. Then going in with the shade Primavera, I'm just going to pop that onto my lid and try to keep it just on the lid. You don't want it to go up into your crease. Now just taking a bit more of Burnt Orange and just blending that back into the crease where the shimmer has kind of worked its way up there. And with the same blending brush, I'm going to be taking the brown shade and popping it in the outer corner of my eye and working it into my crease just to create a bit more of a defined eye look, kind of deepen it up a bit. And just make sure you're blending everything out. Sometimes I find it a bit difficult when I'm using the same brush to pack on that colour, so I will grab a clean brush just to make sure everything gets blended. And again, just popping some of that lid colour back on that's disappeared while we've been blending. Next, moving on to primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish. It is my favourite primer. Then Maybelline Superstay True Ivory. And I'm putting that on with a damp beauty blender. Now onto concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 15 Fair Clair. Just popping that under my eyes, and yep, it's gonna go under my eyes. There we go. Under my eyes, I'm probably gonna put it down my nose, on my forehead, and on my chin. Just any places that you would normally highlight or want a bit more extra coverage. And again, just taking my beauty blender to blend it all out. And I'm just going to zoom you in so you can have a look at the finish on the concealer. Super pretty. Now just taking a bit of this translucent setting powder on my beauty blender, I'm kind of just going to pack it on under my eyes. Not really baking, I'm just going to like push it in there because you can't really bake with this crap. It like doesn't bake, it just stays white. So I just kind of push it in and it disappears. I'm just going to set down the rest of my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Also adding some Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder just to add a bit more colour back into my face. Now to balance out my eyes a little bit, I'm going to go in with those same 3 shades we used earlier and just blend them out and keep building it up and blending them out until I like how it looks. Now just popping on a bit of inner highlight, and I'm also going to add it to the brow bone. I think this is the shade Vermeer. Now I'm just going to bronze up my face a little bit and kind of give a little bit of a contour at the same time. Going around all the areas you would normally contour, so jaw, head, nose. Onto blush, I'm taking this Pretty Shade by Physicians formula and just popping that on the apples of my cheeks and up onto my cheekbones. Yes, highlight, Mary Luminizer, taking that on my highlight brush. And usually this doesn't show up on my face at all, so I'm like, oh, what? Highlight on my face? Usually I can't see it. It's like, it just doesn't show up. And I think when I go to do the other side, it doesn't show up as well as this side is showing up. I don't know, I just have that skin where highlight doesn't show for some reason. See, this side, I'm like, how do I get it even? I can't see it. Cleaning up that bronzer a little bit just with a bit of the translucent powder, and I'm pushing that in so it doesn't look crazy. And also we'll be grabbing a brush in a minute there we go. My favorite Rimmel mascara, I'm just going to pop that onto my lashes. I do have lash extensions, but they need a bit of mascara on them because they're fast. And here I am posing. And I have just popped some nude lipstick on off camera just because my camera was about to die and my baby was about to wake up. But I will have all the products listed down below if you're interested. And yeah, that's just me posing and showing you the makeup. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.